What is happening, everyone? We are back today with another video on the ST. This is part 3. It should have been part 4 of the dyno prep. But yeah, I broke the thermal gasket on the Cosy inlet, so I had to replace it with some O-rings, so I just wanted to do it off camera and get it sorted, but I'll show you me breaking it here. But no, today we are going to be doing some tuck the wiring harness on this engine bay, because if I bring you over now, okay, so as you can see, all around here, wiring harness here, and got another one coming around here. We all want that hidden, and we want it tucked so it goes round the manifold at the front. If you can see, let's move you back a bit. Right, so we want it coming around the front here, all the way past the engine mount, and it will meet the alternator wiring at the back there, rather than having it over, because if a few of you have watched the video where we do the camshafts, it's an absolute nightmare to actually remove this rocker cover with this wiring harness in the way. So let's just get to it. So what I'm just going to start doing is just unplug this loom here, like that. And then undo this as a 15. Okay, so now that's undone, we've now got to separate the wiring from inside here. Looks like it's just done by some clips, so I'm just going to get a screwdriver and just try and pry this housing off. Right, so there's a cable tie here and here, you just want to cut those. And then just unravel this wiring from inside this cover, and the plug should come off, so we can discard this now. Right, so as you can already see, the wiring wants to come right round already, before it was quite stuck here. So all I'm going to do now is just remove the wiring from the alternator, which I'll have to look what size bolts hold it on, and probably have to do it from underneath, so we can run it underneath the engine mount. And then I'll start probably looking into removing the wire from the starter motor and stuff like that, and actually replacing the conduit with some new stuff. So once I get it all off the alternator, I'll show you what sizes you need and stuff like that, and then okay, so I've got the plastic cover off the alternator for 8mm. Bit of a pain on my car because I've got the 4-branch manifold, and then you just got to unclip the crank sensor harness, which I broke, and then unplug the crank sensor, and then you can pull this wiring harness all the way over the engine. And then once you've done that, lever this little bracket off, and it will expose the conduit for this harness. So now all I'm going to do is just strip this conduit off the harness, replace it with new, and then route it round the front of the engine underneath the mount and secure it. So I'll just quickly crack on with that. It's probably going to be a bit time consuming because the conduit is a bit grim, but it doesn't matter too much, we'll just get on with it. Okay, so we've got all the harness that's come from the alternator and crank sensor all stripped to the conduit now, as you can see, all the way back to the starter motor. And then we've done the injector wires and the harness plug that matches too. Just makes life a bit easier. I'll just leave the tape on the injectors there. What we're going to do now is reapply all the conduit, like new conduit anyway, to the wires. We're going to separate, obviously, because these two are normally together up here. So, but now what we're going to do is run it round through to the power steering pump, and then we'll meet the two plugs together, and these injector wires will run underneath the fuel rail and along here, all the correct length, no like adjustments to the lengths of the wires needed. All I'll say is just be very careful removing the conduit on the alternator harness, because yeah, I've done myself with the razor. It fucking hurts. So I've got my temporary plaster. But yeah, so we're just going to speed through on time lapse, fit the conduit, because no one really wants to see that shit. And then I'll just show you afterwards how it's routed, and then I'll show you again once it's all put back together. Okay, so getting somewhere now, as you can see. Harness is now tucked around the manifold so it doesn't sit on top like it used to. Looks a lot nicer than what it did. And then the other harness runs from here all the way around, and you got your other one here as well. And then the two plugs meet by the water pump. Now it's just a case of cable tying these so nothing catches the pulleys when the engine is rotating. But other than that, looks really good. I'm just gonna tidy all this up, put it all back together, and then just show you the end result. Okay, so a quick update. It's all cable tied up, use fucking hundreds of them. But as you can see now, just got to do a couple bits here and there before. I'll probably do it while when I put the front end back on, just so I can see where it's rubbing or not. But stuff like this, I'll just cable tie together, it's not a problem. But as you can see now, much better. And all routed round the back. I've left the heat shield cover off the alternator because I've got to do one anyway, and not only that, the mount tube manifold gets in the way. As you can see, all clears at every pulley, which is nice. So just looks much nicer than before. But yeah, I'm just going to pretty much now start buttoning this car back up. Pretty much the jobs that we've got, well, we had to do are done. Obviously I'll need to come back and use a pressure switch here, that's not a problem. But other than that, we're looking good so far. So let's just get the drive belt on and stuff like that, get the front end back on, start tidying some things up, and then I'm going to leave the wheels off the ground and stuff like that, just so I can bleed the power steering. It's a lot easier. And then we'll see how she reacts to going under the knife for a day and a half. Okay, so when we put the car back together, I forgot to outro the video because we ran into a few issues when testing. Fortunately, the original feed line that I ran was not man enough for the job, so I went to Pertex, got what I wanted made up. See there, just written upside down, but got what I wanted made up. Now it works. Well, I mean, I've driven it a couple of times and it works fine. So just a quick sort of go through. As you can see now, the return line is still as it is. Looks okay. New pump, new belt. Obviously with the AC delete down there. Intake leak all sorted. You wouldn't have seen the intake video because we were actually meant to do this as like a separate video, but you'll probably see from the start I had a clip in of me breaking a thermal gasket. If not, then that's what happened, so I had to use some O-rings instead. But all I'm doing now is just literally just tidying some wiring up and some pipes, just making sure nothing chats through so nothing can move. As you can see, it's pretty secure, ain't going nowhere. Only one that worries me is the return line up here, but again, if it starts sort of moving or chatting through, we'll just sort it, it's not a problem. Been flushing the coolant as well over the last few days because that has been grim. But yeah, we're just slowly plodding through on the car now. We're getting some things done. This morning as well, fitted a new gasket from the downpipe to the decat, so getting there slowly. But yeah, just got to now fix the headlight because obviously that rattled itself loose on removal. As you can see in there, it's just come away, so I've just got to split the lens, re-glue that together, and that should be good. But yeah, doing perfectly fine now. I mean, pump's a bit noisy and stuff like that, but obviously you've got to realise that the pipe is running on places where it's going to touch the car. And not only that, it's like half the length, because the old pipe used to run all the way around over the gearbox, across the subframe and into the rack, whereas this one now goes round to the rack. But yeah, I mean, looks a lot nicer. It's not perfect, far from it by all means, but a lot better than that rusty old crap that was in there. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this sort of series of dyno prep. Just got a couple more jobs to do now. Hopefully the exhaust leak is sorted. I haven't even tested it yet, so I've been just like draining the coolant out. And if the exhaust leak is sorted, great. Still got a few fitment issues, but again, it works for now, so I'm happy to send it to the dyno. All it's going to need now is a new alternator and a bit of cash, and hopefully we should get this remapped. So I hope you enjoyed this series. If you did, please leave a like, a comment. I'm always happy to reply and I'll help people out. It's not a problem at all. And if you did enjoy it, please subscribe. It really helps support the channel. I've got big plans for this car, and we've got big plans for what's in store in these things on the drive there, but that will be coming to you at a later date. See you later guys, take care.